The beauty of hustle, the beauty of work, is it will truly never let you down. And I always say the guaranteed recipe for success is to dedicate your entire life to something. My success or my failure depends on me and me alone. I've got no one to blame my failures on, and I have no one to attribute the success to but myself. People who have abandoned their dreams and aspirations will always discourage others from pursuing theirs. You have to have a blind, overwhelming confidence to chase down your dreams anyways. So I would just hide behind that confidence when people would discourage me. There are two things in life that I think really define who you are as a person, really shape who you are as a person. There's education and there's experience. And when it comes to experience, there's the kind that you pursue, and then there's the kind of experience that just happens to you. Like when I got hit by a car and broke my leg. And those experiences, they have a huge impact on who you are, and they affect who you are for the rest of your life. As long as you're doing something, you will find your path. It's when you get lazy that everything becomes skewed, everything becomes gray or foggy. In life, you should only ever be doing one of two things, and that is figuring out what you're most passionate about, like finding your dreams in life. And then two, realizing those passions, realizing those dreams. And the first one is much harder than the second one. If you know what you want to do, no big deal. You just commit your entire life to doing it, and you'll either get really close or you'll die trying. Figuring out what it is that excites you, what it is that you're most passionate about in life is really, really tricky. How I approach it, and this is how I've always approached it. This is how I approached it when I was on welfare, when I was 17 years old. This is how I approached it when I was washing dishes, when I was 20. This is how I've approached my entire life. And that is to absolutely fixate on what it is that I want to be doing all day long, every day. Like, what am I doing right now? Is this exactly where I want to be? And by always checking with myself, always checking in, like always hitting that reset button, I can always be really confident in my actions because I know that my ambition is true. It's like that platitude, without a goal you can't score. I really believe in that because if you can't see the goalposts, how do you know which way to kick the ball? Now, this is by no means a shortcut or a way to make life easier. Every time I've sort of made a big decision on what I wanted to do in life, it's been then years of pain and years of struggle to realize or to even get myself on the course to realize that. When I first discovered filmmaking and I was like, this is all I want in life, I was 17 years old, I was on welfare. It took me a decade before I figured out how to make a living at it. Realizing it takes time and realizing it requires commitment, but it's that first step, that first decision point that enables you to sort of realize the ambition, or at least begin the process to realize that ambition.
Everyone makes mistakes. All of us have made many mistakes throughout our lives. Many small mistakes, and some big mistakes. We've all let others down, and even worse, we've all let ourselves down at some point. Doing something you know you shouldn't have. Acting in a way below your standards. Failing. Making mistakes. Not giving your all. What happens after moments like this can mean the difference between you living a life you can't stand and you living a life you love. Because what happens after these moments usually goes like this. The majority give up, cave in, and suffer because of it. The minority hold themselves accountable. They acknowledge their mistakes, but they don't let them become a virus that spreads throughout the rest of their life. They know that their story will have some ups and some downs, and they aren't about to throw in the whole book because of one bad page. They do not let one page turn into a chapter. They never let one page turn into the story of their life. But that is what most people do. They let one argument ruin their day. They let one bad day ruin their week. They let one mistake define their life. Move on! One mistake is not your entire life. One page does not define your book.
Screw what has happened before.
You don't have to suffer for the rest of your life. Throw away who you thought you were. Who you are is so much bigger. What you are capable of is so much more. But you'll never get to that so much more unless you take responsibility for your results. All results. Not just the results you want to claim. Not just the results you want to see. Many have said before that you are the author of your own life story. There's the you of the past. And now there's the you of your future. You who gets to decide what will be written in the next chapter of your book. Having a cry isn't holding yourself accountable. Doing something about it is holding yourself accountable. Saying you're going to do something doesn't count. Only doing something about it counts. It's not good enough to acknowledge your mistakes. You must do something about it. Holding yourself accountable doesn't mean others will never do you wrong. It doesn't mean everything is your fault. It means whatever happens, you are going to make it work. Whatever happens, you are going to win. Whatever happens, nothing will stop you. Be one of the few who are strong enough to tell the world, I was not good enough, but soon I will be. I am not perfect, but I'm working to become my best self. I'm working every single day. I'll make mistakes. I'll take responsibility. I'll learn. I'll move on. I'll grow. And I will do better next time. I will set the example for anyone watching, the example that no one is perfect, but no way will that stop me from being the best I can be.